Hey guys, this is Greg from the Trading Post, also known as Stoose everywhere online. So you can find me here on Hearthstone as Stoose, or you can find me on PlayStation Network, Xbox One, Steam. I believe I have stuff on there as well. I am usually Stoose or Mr. Stoose in the very disappointing event that regular Stoose has been taken. But anyway, here we are in Hearthstone, getting ready to play one of my ultimate screw-around decks that has no business ever winning a game. But I found remarkable success with it, only in casual mode. In ranked mode it just gets absolutely annihilated. But that's to be expected because this is the Spell Hunter deck. And it's just what it sounds like. It's a hunter deck that is made up almost entirely of spells. And I didn't build this deck to win. I built this deck because I happened to have a day where I needed to win some games as a hunter. And I needed to cast a bunch of spells for quests. So I figured, let's get the spells knocked out of the way. If I happen to win one as a hunter, then great, I've killed two birds with one stone. So this deck is just basically every spell that I could find with just one or two minions when I ran out of spells. So I actually did find some remarkable success with this deck, and we'll see if I can pull that off today against this lovely shaman opponent that I have here. It's actually wound up being a deck that's pretty good at keeping the board clear. You don't really get board control because you have so few opportunities to get minions. But even mixed in with the spells, you do wind up with a couple minions through the spell casts. So that gives you an opportunity to do some damage as well. But mostly you play this deck just to keep the board clear and kind of chug away at your opponent's damage, or excuse me, at your opponent's health, using your hero power like I just did right there. I don't really know why Mr. Shaman decided to use his Rockbiter weapon to burn down my little taunt minion there. I guess he really didn't want anything on the board, but that was 2 damage to him, and it was a very inefficient use of Rockbiter as he wasted his +3 damage on a 2 health minion, but that's all, I don't care. So we'll go ahead, we'll use some of that spell to keep the board clear, to keep me alive. You have to kind of think about it to use these spells to their maximum effect. Something like that multi-shot will do 2 damage to 2 random minions. So when there are only 2 minions on the board, you know which 2 it's going to take out, so there's really nothing random about that. So I like using it for stuff like that, where you know what the result's going to be. Like with a lot of my decks, and you'll hear me say this a lot, I like to keep things predictable. I like to keep things controlled in a manner that I can handle. So we'll go ahead and we'll take out that guy's taunt minion there. And we'll drop out as we get up here. It's turn 5. We'll put up Snipe, hoping that he puts something down that's worth killing. And no, we get a 1/3 Wolf Rider. So it's nice to get rid of that 3 damage that would have been coming at me. But that's a waste of 3 damage there, as the Wolf Rider only had 1 health. I like that to have a more efficient use of the damage dealt there. But that's alright, it's kept the board clear basically. I'm not really too concerned about that totem. So we'll throw out another secret, a little bit of misdirection there, and we'll hit him with a little bit of hero power damage. And what I found out when I was playing this deck through several games, most of my really quality damage comes through that misdirect secret. When you get something like this guy coming out, he becomes a 6/6, all of a sudden that's 6 damage there. If I can get rid of those 2 totems, and then he comes after me with his 6/6, then that's going to be 6 damage that goes to the hero, guaranteed. So we're going to do what we can to eliminate the other minions on the board so that the misdirect has more likelihood of attacking the opponent hero. Because that's, strangely enough, become kind of my prime source of damage when I use this deck. So we'll get rid of those 2 totems here. You would think he's probably going to attack face now, because none of those are very menacing minions. My little 1/1 charges, I guess the one's a 2/2, but still, it's not that intimidating out there. I would take the face damage. And we will see. He seems to be deep in thought. He really has an issue with my little 2/2 hound. Oh, well, maybe not. Are you gonna attack me yet? No. You really did have an issue with that 2/2 hound. I don't really get that play, but I guess if you're planning to heal your guy right back up, I can kind of see that. So that's alright with me. He'll burn down a couple of my hounds. They were never really there to do much other than crowd control, to be quite honest with you. So we have to get rid of that little taunt minion there. The hound can't do that on its own, so I think I'll give him a little cute little hat. Here you go, little buddy. You can go take out the totem. And yeah, we'll hit steady shot, grind away 2 more damage. I don't really want to use kill command on a minion, because that's just a waste of damage there as far as I'm concerned. So we'll drop 5 damage to face, and we'll just play this a little bit aggressive, try to keep him on his toes here. I kind of figured that would happen, because he really likes clearing the board, and I got exactly what I wanted. The empty board misdirection, which just sends the damage right back onto the opponent.
Well played.
And that's 6 damage. I haven't had a 6 damage minion out there. That has been by far my best offensive strike this game, and that tends to happen if you let your opponent kind of build up a minion, keep the rest of the board clear if you can, and you have a pretty good chance of having him do self-damage there. So if I can do that again, I'm looking at a pretty good situation here. I have that other misdirection in my hand, so we'll go ahead and drop that out there so it's ready when I need it. I would like to get rid of one of those minions out there so that my misdirection has a greater chance of going back towards the opponent. So we'll drop his health to 1, we'll use the quick shot there to burn him down. I don't like wasting that damage, but you know, it is what it is sometimes. That's just what you have to do. So we'll see what he comes at me with. I would imagine he probably will attack my little Frostwolf grunt there with his 6/6. Considering that that's his only offensive minion out on the board right now, but I guess he has some pretty interesting cards in his hand, because he's shuffling through them very thoroughly. Well, not what I expected. Kind of a bummer, especially now that my hat's gone with that Hex. But it's still a taunt, so he can't come straight for me just yet. Until he gets Wind Fury. Okay. I guess that's alright. That allows him to clear that stupid little frog, and then he can come at me. Maybe we'll get some more face damage. And like anything in this game, there's a little bit of luck, and I got the bad luck that time. I couldn't clear out that stupid little totem, and it saved him 6 damage, so he's lucky there. Really only one play for me right now with the web spinner. I guess we may as well give one a hat because I have some extra mana. Or the ball of spiders, that is, not the web spinner. Gives me 3 web spinners. So, you know, I would just go 12 damage to face if I were him. I don't have lethal damage out there on the board. So if I was him, I would just try to put the pressure on me. Because you know these web spinners are worthless, and I'm almost certainly going to crash them into minions just so I can have better effect. So this is kind of a bummer. I don't like Wind Fury. Wind Fury is greatly irritating, and so is that newly summoned 8/8. All of this is greatly irritating. But I don't know what he's doing. Using his turn to burn down my web spinners. That's really nice. Replenish my hand. Thank you for that. Alright, so let's see what we have now. He is all done. Have that deadly shot out there. So I'm gonna use that. It's just a matter of when. There are 5 opponent minions out there. 3 of them I really don't want deadly shot to go against. So let's buff up that web spinner. We'll take out that taunt minion. Just increase my chances of destroying like a useful minion with deadly shot. Okay. That's nice. I clear out the taunt, and I clear out the 12 damage, the 6/6 Wind Fury. And I would like to put a minion out there, so I'm not going to use Steady Shot. It's a bummer that I can't use both. We'll just go with the Mukla. Then I can use Steady Shot next time. It'll buff up whoever else is out there, and we'll see what happens at that point. And that puts a little bit of pressure on him because that gives me, in effect, lethal damage out there on the board. So if he doesn't clear something, I'll win next turn, guaranteed. I have the 4 damage from my little monkey hippo rider. That'll become 3 damage from the spider, and then 2 damage from the Steady Shot. So he did the only move that he really had there to clear the board off a little bit. Again, I don't know why he's attacking my web spinners, because all that does is give me cards. But, hey, if that's the way you want to play it, man, I'll take it. So we're gonna just go ahead and drop out my minions here. I like that my little jungle panther has stealth, because unless he has some kind of AoE, that's 4 damage that I'm just flat out gonna survive. And then we can hit Steady Shot, give myself 2 damage from my little minion there. So it's 4 damage. And again, now he's in a really bad position. This looks like a win for me. I think I've got it now. He has to take care of the minion on the board there in order to avoid that 5 damage to face, but it really doesn't matter because I have that stealth 4 too. And I still have Steady Shot, so unless he can find a way to get a taunt minion out there, and I think that's why he led with the totem, I think I have this one in the bag. Yep, he doesn't care at all about clearing the minions, so this looks like a win for the Spell Hunter. And as much as I would like to see what I get from that animal companion, I don't want to be that guy that draws out the game, so let's just go ahead and finish this off. And there you go, one of the stupidest decks I've ever built that really has no business ever winning, because it wasn't even designed to win. But it's actually quite a bit of fun, and it's surprisingly successful in casual play. So if you want to see the deck build for that, we will post that like always, the links for that, as well as our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram are all down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to these videos and all the other great videos from the Trading Post. I'm Greg. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.